So guys, this the yarn that I'm going to be using to knit my cardigan oversize. So I took 14 of this yarn. These are 2 packets here. So this how they both look outside. So this the mark is Naco Vegas. So this will be the first time that I'm going to use this mark. I saw it and I love it, and the yarn really look like it's going to be good and fluffy. So I'll go straight to the point. So I'm going to begin with the back. So here is my yarn. So I'm going to put it on my finger like that. Then I make as if I want to tie. Then I pass it on my needle. So this is my needle. I'm going to be using this needle. So the first thing that I'll begin is I'm going to begin with 80 stitches. So I'm going to create 80 stitches on top of my needle. So here is the first stitch, the second stitch, the third stitch, the fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this I'm going to continue like this till I'm having 80 of these stitches on top of my needle. So see you all on the other side, guys. So guys, I keep on going. So right now I'm having 80 of these stitches on top of this my needle, as you can see. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start knitting back. So I'll begin from here. So I'm having 80 stitches on top of the needle, and this part is the back. This is the back of my oversized cardigan dress. So I will knit it. Then when I complete, that's the time that I'll come back and I'll do the elastic cut. So I'm just going to knit it normally until I finish right up. So when I finish it, I come back from this downer section, then I'll do the elastic cut. So my reason of doing it like that is because I want the downer section to be open. So the time I'll come back to knit the downer section, instead of putting this 80 stitches on top of my needle, I'm going to put 160, meaning I'll double it, and the downer section is going to be completely open. So this is my second rule. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost here. So here is my first row. When I finish with this first row, I'm going to move to the second row. So here I go. I'm done with my first row. So I'm going to be moving to the second row. So the second row, I'm going to put my needle this way and I move directly. So when I reach in with when I come back on the elastic cord, that's where I'm going to change my stitches. But for now, this I'm going to need. See, I reach the final end on top of the neck just with this particular stitch. I'm not going to do any different stitch. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I keep on going. So when I finish now on this section, I'm going to show you what I'm having for now. So you can see, so this how I've begun my work and this how it look. So when I'm going to move forward, it's going to be looking like this. Then when I finish, I'm going to come back and I'm going to work on the elastic cord. The elastic cord of the dress, the downer section, it's going to look exactly like this one. Then the sides as well, they're going to look like this. So guys, see you on the other section. So guys, so far this is how I've gone. So let me finish with this section, then I turn the other side and you see how it's looking like. So this part I'm working on is the back of my oversized cardigan. You can see this how it's looking as it's going up. So when I finish working on all this middle part here, I reach the top part of the neck and everything. I finish there. I'll come back now and I'll work on the elastic cord. So never mind how it look like here. When I finish, you see that it's really going to be amusing. So I keep on going with my various stitches. So you can see, guys, so see you all on the other side, guys. And see the yarn is really nice. This is a nice yarn. I enjoy working with it. And this is going to be really hot, like I think it will be very good for the cold season. So guys, see you all on the other side. So guys, so far right now I'm working on this row that I'm working on. I'm going to be doing the reduction of the neck. So my work all together from the lower section where I begin till here, I'm having 62 centimeters. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a reduction on the middle with 18 stitches. So when I reach the middle part where I'm going to be doing the reduction, I'm going to show you. So guys, here I'm having 31 stitches on top of my needle. So now this is the position where I have to do my reduction. So I'm going to reduce 18 stitches, and that section will be the section of the neck. So this is how I'm going to be working. Here is the reduction, the line of the reduction that I'm beginning. So that's one stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So I'll stop from there, then I'll continue with my normal work that I was doing till I reach the other end. So you notice here I'm going to have 32, and this other way I'm going to have 32 on top of the needles. So when I'm working and I'm going up, I'm still going to do some few reduction, and this position where I reduce directly, that's where the neck will be positioned. So each time when I want to do my reduction, I'll be doing it when I'm working on this particular section. On this, when I'm having this space, I'm not going to be doing reduction when it's on this way. So when I work on this row, I'll come back directly. Then when I'm going back the other way, I'm going to do my first reduction up. So right now I'm going to work on this particular side till I reach up. Then when I finish, I'll come back and I'll work this on this other side. So you can see this way I did my reduction there, where there's nothing on top of the needle again. So I work and I go back this way. So I come back to this section, guys. So I'll turn my work. So right now I'm going to do a reduction of 2. So when I want to do reduction of 2, I take 2 stitches directly like this 1 and 2. So I'll reduce these 2 at once. I reduce them, then I move further with my work normally. So I'll walk back to the other side. I'll walk back to the other side, guys. So I'll walk back with the normal stitches back. So when I walk here, I'm going to do the normal walk. So when I'm coming back again, I'm going to do another reduction. And when I'll turn my work the other way, guys, I'm going to work there exactly how I've worked on this position. So you have to take good note of this section, so that if you are doing your own work, when you finish with this section, you go the other way, you have to do the same thing. So now I turn my work again this way. So I have to do 2 reduction from here. So see you on the other end. So guys, finish with this row, and I'm going to walk back. So I have to, right now I'm not going to reduce again, so I'm just going to walk up. When I'm having 2 centimeters, then I'm going to stop, then I'll move on the other section, and I'll do the same procedure just the way I did on this other section. So all together, when you count the stitches that they are on top of my hook, here I'm having 29. So when I'll reach the other way, I do the 2 reduction and I also have to be left with 29 on the stitch. Then I work 2 centimeters. Then the work is done. So when I finish now with the neck section here, I'm going to work on the sides. I'm having 2 sides to work on. So this one that I'm working here, this is the back. So in the frontal section, I'm going to work on two parts. That's, it has to be like this, but divided by 2 because it's open in front. So I work on one more row. Then now after, when I finish this row, I'll do the measurement and see how many centimeters I have on the neck. So here I go, guys. So let me see how many centimeters am I having from here to here. I'm having exactly 2 centimeters. So I'm going to close the work. Then I'll come on this other section and I'll do the same thing, just the way I work here. So right now I'm going to close here, then I'll come back on the other section the other way, and I'll also do just the same thing that I've done here. So this is how you always close your work when you are doing needlework. So this is the final closing. So I'm going to cut the yarn I'll cut it a little bit longer because I'm going to use it to close the other yarn that will be training. I'll use it to close when I finish with the other section, the frontal section. So on this other position, I'm going to do the same thing, just the way I've done there. So I'm going to, right now, I'm going to push my needle a little bit inside. So I'll take the yarn from there and I'll begin from here. So this is the yarn. I attach it right now like this, then I work. So when I finish with this first row, on the second row, when I'll be coming back, I'm going to do my first reduction. And when I'm doing the reduction, I'm doing it but on the inner section. I'm not doing it on the sides here. The reduction are not done on the side. They are done here where the neck will be placed, guys. So you have to take note. You don't do the reduction on the side. You do it exactly on the section where the neck will be placed. So guys, I'm here. So these two, I'm going to take the two of them at once, and that's going to form a reduction. So that's one. So on this row, the next row, I'm going to do the normal work back. So guys, on this row, the next row that I'm working on, I'm coming back. That's where I'll do the final reduction. Then from there, I'm going to just work up without any reduction again till I reach 2 centimeters, just the same like the other way. So here I work on that, then this one, these two, I reduce them at once. So that's the last reduction. So I walk back now, then I'm going to measure and see how many centimeters I'm having. So this, I don't have any reduction again on this side, on this section, guys. So it's on my work, guys, and I see how many centimeters I'm having. So I measure from here, and you can see. So right now I'm going to close my work, and you see it's having exactly, so here this way the neck is going to be placed on the dress. So right now I'm going to close. I'm going to close. So you always make sure both of your sides on the shoulders, they are equal, guys. For example, if you have like 28 stitches this way, it should be 28 the other way. You have 30, it should be 30 the other way. So I'm here, guys. So here I go. I'm going to cut my yarn the same. Always try to cut it a little bit longer so that you have yarn left when you are closing your work. So you can see, so this way the neck will be placed, this section like this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to begin with the front section. So you remember this part, the back part, this back section, I was having 18 stitches, 80 stitches completely on my stitch. So the frontal section, I'm going to divide this by 2, so each side will have 40 and the other side 40 for it to make it complete like this. So I'll begin now. So each of these sides are going to have 40. So I begin. So this how I begin. I always put my yarn like this. This is easier, especially for those that are just beginning this needlework. I think this is more easy for you guys to do than you put your needle. So this is 1 and this 2 now. So I'm going to put 40 stitches like this on top of my needle. So your needle, you pass it in front. You don't pass it this way, you pass it in front when you are beginning your work, guys. So guys, right now I'm having 40 stitches all together on top of my needle. There are 40 stitches here on top of my needle like this. So I'm going to be working on my second row. On my second row, the first row you work like this, then on your second row you pass your needle on this other way. So from here, from my second row, sorry, so I'm going to be passing my needle like this behind. The first row was in front, my second row is instead behind. I'm passing the needle but from behind. So remember, I'm working like this because after, when I complete the entire of my work, I'm going to put all the sides, all the position together, then before I work on the elastic coat. If not, you can begin yours with your elastic coat at once, and you'll be needing the front and the back. But me, I have to finish my work, then I come back and I work on the elastic coat. By the end, you are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. When I finish all the sides, the front, the back, and the hands, I put them together, then I work on the elastic coats, and you are going to see how it's going to be like. So this is my first row. That's my first row. So I'm going to move next to my second row, guys. So I turn my work this way. So I'm going to so guys, I'm going to continue working like this until I have exactly something like this. And remember, this is the frontal section, so the frontal section, each side is going to be having 40 stitch, the right and the left 40. So make up the position of the back, because the back is 80. So I take 80 and I divide by 2, and I'll have 40 stitches on the frontal section on each position. So I move next to the next row. So the next row, you can see it has I've begin having what I was telling you. So the next row, so guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, so far this is my work of this my frontal section. This is how far I've gone. So I want to work when I'll be having 45 centimeters, then I'm going to begin to be doing the reduction of the frontal section when I'm having 45 centimeters. So you have to remember on this frontal section I'm having 40 stitches on top of my needles, and when I'll start doing my reduction, I'm going to reduce, and I'm going to leave just 30 stitches. So I'm going to do reduction of 10 when I begin reducing, and I'll leave 30 stitches so that they will fit the other sides of the back when I want to close. So you can see, so this is the work going. So never mind the way it's looking now. When I'll finish everything and I'll do the finishing, you see how perfect it's going to look like. So this needlework, most time when you are working, when you don't do the elastic coats, it's twisting, but until you finish, you put everything together and you do your finishing, you see exactly what you were fixing. That's when exactly the beauty of the dress will be out. So when I begin reducing, I'm going to reduce 10 stitches on both sides, on this side and the other side that I work on. So right now I'm having my 45 centimeters. So when I finish this row, the next row, I'm going to be working back. I'm going to start doing my reduction, and the reduction I'll do it just on a particular section. I'm not going to reduce on both sides, just so the reduction is just on one side. So when I finish here, what I will do is I'm going to use the stitch marker so that I mark the section. So here is my stitch marker. I'm going to mark the section where I'm going to be reducing, and this part of the reduction is going to be on the middle part of the dress. So here I'll start reduction. So when you are doing reduction, you take 2 stitches at once. So you take 2 like that on your needle at once, then you continue your you continue working and going. So when I reduce on one row, the next row I work on, I don't do reduction. Is the third row that when I'm coming back, I do reduction. So when I'm coming back this way on this section, I don't do any reduction. I'm just going to work normally. See, I arrive right where the stitch marker is. So when I'll be coming back, then I'll do my next reduction. So on this row, I'm just going to work normally. So here I go. So now on this row, when I turn my work this way, I'm going to do my second reduction, guys. So my second reduction, I take 2 stitches like this, then I continue going in the normal way. So you have to remember, all my reduction is going to be here on this particular section where the stitch marker is, and the work is going to go up a little bit like a V on the next section. And I'm going to reduce 10. I'll reduce 10 stitch on this section, then on the other section I'm going to reduce 10 as well. So on the upper section I have to finish with 30 stitch on top of the needle. So one thing you need to take note is, when you reduce on the first row, the next row on top, you don't reduce. Like now I'm coming back here, I'm not going to reduce on this particular row. This row I'm not going to do any reduction. It's when I'm coming back the other way that I'm going to do my third reduction. See, I reduce 10 completely. So I move to the next row. Here I do reduction. That's my third reduction, and 7 are left. So guys, see you all on the other end. Remember, you have to do 10 reduction. When you reduce on one row, the next row you work, you knit back without any reduction. After that, the next row you are working on, you do reduction. That's all what you need, as simple as that, until you reduce 10 stitch. Then now the remaining part you just complete it with 30. So guys, I've done all my 10 reduction. So right now on top of my hook, I'm having 30 stitches left on top of the hook. So from here now I'm just going to knit upward, no more reduction. See, I reach the final end. Then I will close the work Then I'll move next to the next section, and on the next section I'll do exactly how I've done on this particular section here. So I keep on going, guys. See, I complete my work. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, this is my second to the last row. When I finish with this row, now I'm going to do the closing. So here I'm going to close it, then I'll move next to the next section. So this is what one of my frontal section complete. So from here I'll be moving next to the next section, guys. So sorry. So I'm almost on the final section, guys, closing my work. So I'm almost on the final end, guys. 2 more stitches left, then I finish. So sorry, sometimes these needles, they are slicing. So this is the last stitch, then I'm done with this section. So I'm going to cut the yarn, and I'll cut it again a little bit longer so that I can use some to close, to put the hands. So here I go. So this is the frontal section. You might not see it well because they see I started from here and it has gone up like that, like a V. So guys, see you all on the other way. So I'm going to do the same thing. The other section I'm going to work exactly like this way that I've worked on. So when I reach this other position, I'll also make it. I'll also do the 10 reduction, and it will be like a V in front like that. The frontal section is going to be like a V. So guys, right now I'm having all the sides of my hexagon oversize. So I'm going to be putting all the sections together, so the front, the back, and the hands are ready. So this is how I'm going to do. So right now I take my needle, I put my yarn together, I put my yarn inside, so I've put my yarn inside. So this side I'm going to put the shoulders together. So you make sure what you have to do, you have to make sure that it's the right side. You position it well, then you put it together. So I'm going to show you how to put together, because there's a particular way to put together when you are working on the needlework. With the needlework, you don't close it the same the way you close crochet. So you put the two sides together and you are closing on the right section. So you put like that. See, when you put your needle this way, you come on this other way on the frontal section, and you close. Because you cannot use the same formula that you used to close crochet on this, it will not work out well. Your work would not look beautiful. So you have to put it this way. And if you don't mind, you can use your stitch marker. You can use your stitch marker on this section. If you want, you can use a stitch marker there, but me, I already know how to hold it well, so I just prefer to hold it this way like that without using the stitch marker. And now I'm going to be closing. So you see, as I'm closing, and it's looking like, so when you pass your needle here, you come to this other section and you do the same. You come back here, you take good note of this, because this is very, very important, guys. So when I finish on the shoulders, I'm going to put the hands. I finish on the hands, then I close the sides. When I finish on the side now, I'm going to do the finishing. So I'm going to work on the elastic coat on the lower section and the frontal section. So see you all on the other end, guys. So here I go, guys. I finished doing my closing. So you can see this how it is. You can see how beautiful it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hands. So here I are the arms. I already did the finishing of the arm. So to put the arms together, what I have to do is I put it like this. I make sure it's equal this way. Then I'm going to come on the middle here. This is the middle part of the shoulder. So I'll do it here. I'll pin it this way. Then I'll be closing and going down. So this other section down here, I'm going to use a stitch marker. I'm going to use a stitch marker here. So this is my stitch marker. So I put it like this. You can see. So this is my stitch marker. I'm going to pin it here. Since I'm beginning from the upper section, I'll pin it here. That's it. Then right now I'll be closing and going down. Just the same thing I did with the shoulder. That's the same thing I'm going to do here. I'm sorry for all the noises, guys. That's it. So when I finish closing this hand, I'm going to put the other hand. Then right after that, I'm going to sew the entire dress together. So you can completely see that the needlework and crochet are two different things, but because you really need to take time to close. But with the crochet, you just have to turn your work and you close. So that's how I'm going to continue. You can see you're closing like that. Your work have to look like this. Cannot see, have to look like this, all on the good section. So see you all on the other end, guys. So I'm almost coming to the end where my stitch marker is. So I go. So now I'm going to remove it because that yarn I'll still need it. So you can see this the arm. So this other section, I'm going to start from the lower section. So I pull here. So you don't mind, this is needlework, how it get twisted when you are still working, guys. This how most time it's always like, especially it also concerns the type of yarn you are using. So from here, I'm going to start from here and now close and now come up this way, guys. So here I go. So I'm going to begin from here. and I'll be closing and going on the upper section. The other side I was closing and coming down, but this side I begin from the downer section and I'm coming up toward the shoulder. But if you don't mind, you can also start from the same spot of the shoulder and you come down to this section. The most important thing is for you to close it well. It doesn't matter where you start to close. What matter is you should close it well, guys. Your work should be perfect, that's all. You just have to know the most important thing is for you to know the technique of how to do it. After that, you can work from any position that you want. So you can see how I'm going up. So I'm going to close till I arrive this section, guys. So see you all on the other way. I'm almost arriving the shoulder. So right now I've arrived where I begin my work, guys. So this is the position. So now I'm going to put the needle inside, then put it like that, then I'm going to pass the yarn inside, then I'll cut it. This is my yarn, I cut it now. So you can see. So this is my arm. This is my arm. I've put it, and this the shoulder this way, and this the hand this way. So I'll come this other way, and I'm going to do the same thing, just the way I've done the other way, guys. So after that, I'll close the other sections. The other section, I'm going to close them normally. So guys, right now I've finished closing the shoulders and putting the hands. Like you can all see, these are the two sides that are finished. So the next thing I'm going to target now are the sides. So I'm going to close the sides of the dress. So I'm going to closing the sides now, and the hands is just going to be the normal closing. So you don't need anything special to close the sides of the dress. You turn it back side. Right now I'm going to turn it back side. So this is the good side inside, and this is the other side outside. So I'll start closing from here, and I'll come up and I'll go down to the hands. So when I finish on this section, I'll move next to the other side and I'll do the same. So when I finish on the two sides now, then I'll start doing the finishing of the elastic cord of the frontal section. I'll first do these lower sections, then after I'll go up to the frontal and the necks. The frontal part with the neck, I'll do them all together at once. So when I reach those sections, I'm going to show you. So right now I'm just going to be closing it normally, the normal way. So these sides, they don't have any special. You close it the normal way you close your crochet dress. The most important section that they need a special way to close is just the shoulders and the arms. After that, the other section you have to just close them normal. Put them, the two of them together like that, and you close. So see you all on the other end, guys. So just take note, as I'm closing here, I'll close on this section from the lower to the hands, then I go to the other section, I do the same thing, then I'll come back to show you how I'm going to do the finishing of this lower section, because this side, they are not so important. They are just the normal way of closing. Just have to put the two of them like this part and this part together, then you close. No specialty, nothing special there. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, right now I'm almost coming to an end of my elastic cord on the lower section. So when I finish with this row, the next row that I'm going to be knitting, I'm going to be closing it. So when I close it, I'm going to tell you exactly how many centimeters of my elastic cord of the lower section, how many centimeters I'm having. And the elastic cord is really big, guys. It's really big, because so after this, when I finish with this lower section, I'm going to begin to knit the frontal section all around. So with the frontal section, I'm going to use more needles. I'm going to use like 3 needles to knit the frontal section. So guys, you can see this is my elastic cord. You can see how large it is on the lower section. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close. I'm going to be closing it. So this how you close. Yeah, working. You want to close like that. Take the two, I close the first one to the next, I close, I close. So I'm following the sections of my stitches because I was knitting front and back. The one that is in front, I turn my yarn in front. The one that is behind, I turn the yarn on the section. So this is how I'm going to close till I reach the other end there where I begin my work. So when you are closing, do you see? This is how it look when you are closing. So I continue going, guys. So see you all on the other end. So guys, I'm almost coming to the end on this other way of closing my work. There's some few stitches are left. So 2 more stitch, and here the final stitch, guys. From this section right now, so I'm going to cut my yarn. I cut my yarn, then I put it inside like this, and I close so that it should not get loose. So let me tell you exactly how many centimeters of the band. The band I'm having here is, so I measure from here, you can see I begin from here. So the band is exactly 13 centimeters. It's 13 centimeters that I'm having here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come on this frontal section. On this frontal section, you can see this part. I'm going to come on this section, and I will be needing all around. The dress is really big, all around the neck to this, right down to this other position this way. So I think I'll need like 3 needles to do this. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to put the yarns all around, then I'll begin to knit, guys. So guys, on my frontal section that I'll be working, since this particular needle cannot do all the work alone, because this one is having this one is 80 centimeters. This particular needle I'm having here, I'm having 80 centimeters. 80 centimeters, this is it here. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to include more 2 needles from here. So it's not going to be the same size, but well, I have to do that because the frontal section is too long. So I'm going to use number 4 and 4.5 and 5. So I'm going to add 2 more from here. These 2, I'm going to include them so that I have 3 needles that they can go all around of the frontal section. So I'll add 2, then I'll take two of the ropes as well for all of them. So this one, and I'll use this other one. This other one as well. Let me see. This one is how many centimeters? This one is 100 centimeters, and this is the longest, 100 centimeters. Then I'll use this other one. This one is here. I'm having this one as well is 80 centimeters. So I'm going to use 2 80 centimeters and 100 centimeters so that I can knit all around my frontal section. So let me insert the needles and I go straight to the work, guys. So actually, guys, I'm going to begin from here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my needle like this. Then I bring my yarn. Then I'll be passing it inside. The same method that I did on this lower section is the same method I'm going to do on this other section here. So I'm going to put my yarn in the needle all around. So I'm telling you, the reason I've added two more extra needle is because the wires are not long. The wires are not too long that can go all around the work. I'm having two 80 centimeters wire, then 100, which it cannot go all around my work, all around the dress, because the dress is it's really long. So I keep on going, guys. You arrive here, I arrive here, put one, then this is the first section. So from this elastic cut down here, you put in like that, then you continue going up, continue just like that till you go all around, guys. So guys, this is my first needle that I've used. You can see from this stage to this stage, this is the first needle. So I'm going to continue with this other needle because I want to leave space, because I don't want when I'm pulling the needle, I don't want the work to get scattered. So I'll leave some space, then I continue with this other needle. So I'm working and I'm going all around. So this part I am now, I'm almost to the shoulders. I'm almost on the shoulder section, guys. So with this other needle, I'm going to begin going down there, then I'll take the third needle. So as you can all see, guys, here is the shoulder, here is the section of the shoulder. So from the shoulder, and this is the neck that I'm going now. So guys, see you all on the other section. So guys, so on this second needle, I'm going to leave small space. So there's this space this way, so I'm going to leave it here now, so that when I'm working on the middle side section, I will not face so many difficulties. So I move to the third needle. So this is the third needle. I'm going to continue with this third needle from here, then I'm going to put all the yarns down to the lower section. So in this particular section that I'm working, guys, this is my own method. Maybe you guys, you can have another method to use if you have the different type of needles that you use, you can use it. So me, I'm using this one because these are my own needles that I'm having, and I'm not having a longer wire that I can just use one. So I have to do it this way to form exactly what I want. So when I finish putting the yarn all down, then I'm going to continue working. I'll work exactly the way I work on this other section. I'll work exactly the way I work on this section, but I'll be going all around on the frontal section. So see you on the other section, guys. So guys, I've put all my needles all around. I've put the needle. So the first thing I'm going to do is on this first section. So guys, right now you see I've put the yarn all down to this length. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use this last needle that I use here, and I'll start knitting up. I'll start knitting up the first row that I'm going to knit. I'm going to knit just the normal, with the normal stitches all through like this. So this is my first row of the frontal section. So this is how I'm going to knit. See, I arrive the other end where I begin. I'm going to be knitting like this. See, I arrive this other end here, this other end here. So see you all on the other end, guys. So I don't want to be taking much of your time. That's why I just need to be showing you the most important things. So guys, this is how I'm going with my work. I'm using just the 3 wires. So when I work, I have to advance in front a little bit with one when the space, like you see, this one is the one I was working with. From here there's still this space here, so I have to leave it now. Then I continue with this other one. I continue with this directly like this. So when I reach a particular point with this one, that I can also use it to come back, then I'll leave this other one and I will concentrate just on this one and the other part down. So this is how I keep going. Still working on my first row. So guys, I'm almost on this other section down here. So when I arrive on this final end, I'm going to change my stitches, and I'm going to be knitting exactly the way I knit on this. So this is the end. So I'm going to change my stitches now, and I'm going to follow these very steps where I knitted there. So I turn my work this way. I'm going to turn my work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be knitting in front and in back, front and back. So when I knit one stitch here like this, I knit 2, then I turn my work this way and I knit. So 1, turn my work this other way, and I need to. So I'm going to be doing this very repetition. I need one, I turn the work on this other way, and I need to. One, that way, I turned it this way, and I need to. In this way, guys, I'm going to have the same stitches the way I'm having it. You can see here how it is. So I want the same thing to be on this frontal section, so I continue going in. So that's how I'm going to knit the entire section of the front till I finish. When I finish it, it's going to look exactly like this. So I continue going, guys. One, turn this way, two, one, come back, and I need to. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I'm almost coming to this other end. I continue going the same way. That's knitting two, then I come back with one. So when I arrive this other section down here, I'm going to turn my work, then I'm going to continue with these same stitches till the time I go to an end of the work. So I'm going to turn my work now, and I start going back as I was coming. And so this is my needle. So just take note, the entire work is just going to be in this particular way on this end. Until I'm having exactly this. You can see that's how the front part is going to be, exactly like this particular part, but the band on that side is going to be smaller. It's not going to be bigger than this other one of the downer section. So guys, see you all on the other end when I'm almost done with the band, because for now there's nothing so important to be showing you. So I'm just going to continue the work, then I show you when I'm done with it how it's going to look like. That time I'm going to put it on the mannequin so you see exactly what I've been doing, because here the dress is big. You cannot see the entire dress how it's looking like. So see you all on the other end, guys. So guys, I've finished with the dress, so but there's still one thing left, that's the pockets. So I'm going to work on the pockets now. Then after, I'm going to put the dress on top of the mannequin. Then you are going to see exactly how it look like. So I'll begin with the pockets, guys. So the first thing I have to do, I'll leave some of this yarn here, then I'll make a knot here like this. Then I put my needle inside, the 2 needles. Then I'll begin with this. So on the pockets, I'm going to work with 25 stitches on the pocket. So I'll begin, so these two, so I'm going to make 25 stitches on top of my hook. So right now I'm having 25 stitch on top of this my hook. This, if you count them, obviously you see that I'm having 25 stitch. So the next thing I'm going to begin doing is I'm going to start knitting and coming back on it all in front like this. So when I finish knitting, that's where I'm going to work on the elastic coats on the pockets, guys. Just the same way how I did with the dress. So I complete my work. When I complete it, then I finish with elastic coats. So this is my first row that I'm almost going to an end. So this is my first row. So I'm going to turn my work from here and I start going back. So this I'm going to continue working until I have something just like a rectangle. So I'm not going to do any reduction. It's when I'm going to be working on the elastic coat of the pockets, I'm going to do some increases there. The entire body of the pocket is going, I'm going to complete it with 25 stitches, and the pockets I'm going to use 30 stitches. So this is my third row that I'm working on right now. So guys, as I'll continue going with my work, see, I have a shape just like this one. So let me complete this. So guys, right now I'm working on my last row. So this is my last row of the pocket. When I finish from here, I'm going to close it. Then the next thing, I'm going to work on the elastic coats. So I'm having the same, these parts, the two of them, I'm having the same now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this. I close it, then I'll work on the elastic coats. So you guys, you can always see how you close when you are knitting. So I'm almost getting to this end. So when I finish this, I'm going to work on the elastic coats, guys. So my last stitch, so I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to cut it a little bit longer because I will use it to, when I'm attaching the pockets on the dress, I'll need these yarns. So I cut it there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll take my needle back, then I'll come back here under, you see, on this position here, the front position. So I'm going to take the yarn now and I'm going to put 30 stitches on top of my hook. I'm going to create 30 stitch. I'm going to create 30 stitch from here to here. So I put my last stitch here. So I'm going to turn it now. I turn it this way. What I do, my first row that I'm going to knit, I'm going to knit with normal stitches from here to the other end. I'm going to knit with normal stitches on the front section. So when I knit like this and I arrive this other end here, guys, the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to change my stitches. So I'm going to be knitting 2 in front and 1 behind, 2 in front and 1 behind. The elastic cord need to be exactly like that of the dress. The dress, I was knitting 2 in front, then I need 1 behind, 2 in front, 1 behind. So I'm here. So right now I'm going to change my stitches. So when I will knit this one, I need 1, make sure I need 1 like this in front, then I turn my needle and I need 2 behind like this, and I go back in front, I need 1, then I come back behind, I need 2. So in front, behind. And this how my elastic cord will be from this stage till I arrive the end. This how I'm going to knit it, and you see is going to give exactly the same thing, just like that of the dress. So I continue going, guys. So you take note, my first row that I knit, it was normal stitches that I needed just in front. So my second row, this I changed my stitches from the second row that I'm knitting 2 behind and 1 in front. And when you have make this particular part the first this second row like this, you know you already get it, because now your work, you are just going to continue with this very method till you go to an end. So here I go, I turn my work and I'm going to continue the same. This last one you have to knit in front and back because there were 2 left and I did not have any choice. If not, you see, those are the 2, and I come back, the 2, I come back. So guys, this I'm going to continue. So when I finish with it, I'm going to show you how it look like. So what is very important is you just have to take good note how I begin with the first and the second row. After the first and the second row, you just have to continue going with the same stitches, for making sure that you follow the same positions that the stitches are facing, because if you change the position as you are knitting and going, you have something different, a little bit different. So my last stitch. So guys, see you all on the other end. So guys, here is my last row. So when I finish with this row right now, I'm going to be closing. So from here I'm going to be closing. The normal closing of the needlework, guys. Yeah. Sorry for the noises, guys. So when I finish closing this, now I'm going to show you how I'll place it on top of the dress. Then when I finish placing all the 2 pockets, then I'll show you the complete dress, how it's going to look like. Sorry, sometimes these needles are sliding, so you have to know how you hold it, if not they'll be falling down. So see you all on the other ends, guys. So I'm almost here. Finish closing. Then is it. That's my last. So I'm going to cut this now. I'll cut the yarn. So here I go. Then I pass it inside here for it not to get loosened. So this is it. So this is a pocket. This is the first pocket. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to place it on top of my dress. So guys, right here is the dress, and this is the downer section of the dress. So the pockets, I'm going to place it somewhere here. So I'll start from here. So I need when you're placing it, you can put it like this. You see, you put it on this way, then you have to start placing it from this downer section and going up. So I need my needle, so I need this my needle, and I also need a yarn. So I'll cut one of this yarn because I'm having many on top of the dress, so I'm going to cut one. Here is my needle, so I'm going to begin to be sewing from this section here, beside here. So I pick it there, like that. I'm going to sew it and go up. When you begin, you can use like this type of needles and you put it like this. I'm going to put it up here so that it should be straight, so I'm going to use it here like that. I'll leave it, then I'll be sewing it and going up, making sure that I'm sewing it right from the side. So I'm going to sew it like this till I arrive here. So right now I remove the pins and I put there. My last stitch. So I come back a little bit down with it so that it's going to be tight and it will not get spoiled faster. So here I go, I put back the needle now like this, then I'm going to cut it. So here is my needle. I cut the training yarn, so I'm going to turn it so you can see, look at it, if you can see how it's looking here. So I'm going to come down now on this section, on this lower section here, and I'll sew it. I'm going to begin from here and I'll sew and come back this other way. So I still need my pins. This is like a needle, but it's pins. So I hook it there. Then this yarn is the yarn that I'm going to use to sew it back the other way. So I'll begin from here. So this particular part, guys, you need to, when you are sewing here, you need to be careful because it's the same like the part of the shoulder. So you are sewing on the lower section and the upper section. So when you take from up, you come down, up and down. So this I'm going to sew it. I arrive this end here, guys. Then from there I will sew the other section too. So I'm almost on this other side, guys. So here I go. So I finish in my pockets on this lower section. So try to hide my yarn here. Then I cut it. So I cut here. So right now is this other section here left now. Is this section on this other side left, guys. So I still need my pens. my pens, I'm going to put it here on the middle, then make sure that it's straight, that the pocket is straight there. So I'll take this yarn, then I'll turn it this other way so I can easily see what I'm doing. So you can see straight. So from there I'm going to begin from here, guys. Begin from here. This particular section, it's always good to stitch well, because sometimes it starts getting bad when you don't stitch it very well. So right now I'll start stitching and going down in the same way. When I take on this side section, then I take on this section like this. And you need to try as much as possible to be going down straight. So this yarn here, I'm just going to leave it like this. So when I finish, and I'm going to finish, then I'll remove it. So I'm going down, guys. So see you all on the other end. So right now I've arrived this lower section where I begin, guys. So I remove my pens and I put it there. I do perfectly closing. That's it. So I put the needle back, then I cut my yarn. So I come back here, I remove the second pence and I put here. So this other yarn, I just want to sew it inside because it's of no use to me. It was just the remaining. I'm just going to try and I'll sew it inside, then I'll cut just like that, then I cut it. So let me fix the dress and you see. So you can see, guys. So this the pocket, this how it's look like. So I'm going to put the second one, then I put it on top of a mannequin and you see exactly how the dress is like. So guys, that's the dress on top of a mannequin that I've wear, as you can see. So that's it on top of the mannequin. Let me move a little bit in front. You can see those are the pockets, and this is the frontage of it, how it is.